welcome back to your geography class. We were studying about the uh, lithosphere. Let us continue the lesson with the denudation. So, agents of denudation. Denudation, children, is the action of changing the landscapes, changing the surface of the earth by various natural agents like rivers, glaciers, underground water, wind, sea waves, etc. So the work of these natural agents are erosion, then it is transportation and deposition. So the processes produce distinct relief features. So we are having three types of activities here of the denudation. First is we are having weathering, then we are having the mass wasting, and then we are having erosion. So this we call it as denudations. Now when I tell weathering, agents of denudations, they are weathering. It is a process which breaks down the rock into smaller pieces deposited where they fall. Weathering does not transport materials. It includes frost, temperature and chemical reactions. Erosion, the second agent, process by which the rocks are broken down and transported and deposited elsewhere. Erosion agents are weather, ice, sea and wind. So now we will move on to the rivers, children. So a mass. So what is a river? What is a river? A mass of fresh water flowing from its sources to the mouth along a definite course. We call that as a river. So try to live like a river. Forget your past and focus on your future. Always be positive. This we have to learn from a river. The river, children, is a most important, prominent agent of denudation. The place where a river takes its birth, we call that as a source. And mouth is the point where it meets the sea or the ocean. We are also having the tributaries. When we tell tributaries, children, the tributaries are the feeders or small streams which supply water to the river along its courses. The point where a tributary joins the main river, we call that as a confluence. So the course of the river from its source to mouth is divided into three stages. That is the upper course, the middle course and the lower course. Now let us study about what do we mean by upper course, middle course and the lower course. The upper course, children, this is the upper course where we are having. It is a vertical version is most common due to the steep slopes to deepening the valleys, resulting in the formation of gorges, canyons and V-shaped valleys, waterfalls. We are having Joke Falls, Nisarga Falls and the Angel Falls. Now when we move on to the middle course, in the middle course the river path has a moderate slope and velocity is less than the upper course. The volume of the water increases when many tributaries join the main river. The main work of the river in this stage is transportation of sediments and little deposition. The important forms in this stage are alluvial fans and the meanders. Now we will move on to the lower course. The lower course, in this stage, children, the slope of the river course is very minimum. So the volume of the water is more and deposition of the main work of the river. The important landforms of this course are, we are having the floodplains, the natural leaves, the oak or the oxbow lakes. So this is the mouth of the river where you can see. So the work of the river is, we call it as a fluvial cycle. See children, we are having here the upper course, the middle course, how it is made. This is the water river source where this is the waterfalls. This is the tributaries, what I told tributary. This we call it as a marshal. This is the Oxbow lake, and this is the Minder. This is the flood plain. This is the delta. This is the estuaries. This is the ocean, and this is the river mouth where it comes and joins the ocean or a sea. See, this is full upper course. In upper course, what we are having? Waterfall. In the middle course, we are having the tributary, the marsh, and in the lower course, we are having the Oxbow Lake, the Minder, the floodplain, the delta, we are estuaries, river mouth, and the oceans. Menders, when I tell Menders, how it is formed? The Menders, children, you can see here, these are the Menders. Menders are the bends in the rivers. This is usually found in the middle part of the river. So this is the cross section, children, of the river valley, the upper course. You see, this is erodes. This is, see, it is in V shape. It is steep valley sides, and it is a bed load, that is the boulders and the rocks. Then we are having the middle course. See, this is like a U shaped. So wide U shaped valley, gentle valley slides. And this is the lower course. This is where we are in a wide valley, flat bed load, that is smooth and slit. So this is an extended. Now we will move on to what do we mean by glaciers. Glaciers, children, are slowly moving compacted masses of ice and snow found in the high mountains and polar regions. The mass of the ice or snow is pulled down by its weight and due to the force of gravity. We are having two types of glaciers. One is the continental glacier and another one is a mountain glacier. So what do we mean by continental glacier? Continental glaciers are extensive ice sheets, you can see here. These are found in the polar regions, that is Greenland and Antarctica. Next we are having the continental glaciers. The continental glaciers are extensive ice sheets found in the polar regions. The continental glaciers. So these are continuous mass of ice that are much larger than the alpine glaciers. Small continental glaciers is called the ice fields. Big continental glaciers are called ice sheets. And the Greenland and Antarctica is almost entirely covered with ice sheets. Then we are having the alpine glaciers. So these alpine glaciers, children, are being high up in the mountains in a bowl shaped, you can see it, like a bowl shaped hollows, and as the glacier goes, the ice slowly moves out of the cirque and into the valley. So this glacier has an agent of denudation which forms the work of the erosion, transportation, and side cutting. So the erosional work of glaciers is mainly the side cutting. So the landforms which resulting by this are cirque, horn, RT, U-shaped valleys, hanging valleys, and rock steps, etc. Now we will see how does a glacier work. In winter, the ice accumulates at the top of the glacier, pushing the glacier downhill. In summer, the ice melts at the bottom of the glacier. If the amount that melts in the summer is more than the amount that accumulates in the winter, the glacier retreats. See, this is the Holgate Glacier in Alaska, and this is in the summer. In the summer, the transportation and the deposition of the work of glaciers goes almost together. The important deposition landforms are produced by glaciers or moraines, drumlins, eskers, K means outwash plains and till plains. Now we will move on to the moraine. So what are moraines? Moraines are the most important landforms of the glacier, glaciated region. We are having four types of moraines. We are having the laterite moraines. Here the rock debris is deposited along the side of the form of the of the glacial valley. So we are here we are having the laterite moraine. See, this is the laterite moraine where we are having. Then we are having the medial moraine. This medial moraines, when two lateral moraine meets, it forms the medial moraines. Then we are having the ground moraine. So the ground moraine rock materials found on the floor or at the bottom of the glacial valley, we call that as a ground moraine. Then we are having the terminal moraine. The terminal moraine is here, children. So the glacial deposits which are found at the end of the glacier, we call that as a terminal moraines. So the work of the glacier is called as a glacial cycle. In the next class, children, we will move on to the underground water and different types of springs and wind in the next class. Thank you, children.